Welcome everybody, it is Andrew here from IDB. If you're a pro user and have one of the new MacBook Pros, you probably are looking at Thunderbolt 3 docks, and there are a lot of them out there and ones that we've covered. CalDigit had one of the most popular ones that we saw, their TS3 dock, but they didn't stop. They iterated on it and came out with a brand new TS3 Plus. And it isn't some run-of-the-mill update. This is actually a significant update that makes the dock better in nearly every single way. Let's take a look at what you get in the box, what is new in this version, and how it compares to the previous TS3 dock from CalDigit. Like pretty much every other Thunderbolt 3 dock out there, you do get quite a hefty power supply. Obviously, by offloading the power supply to an external unit instead of building it in, makes the unit itself capable of being much smaller. And we see that with this CalDigit dock is actually slimmer than the previous version. You also get a Thunderbolt 3 cable right in the box, so you don't have to worry about providing your own. And if you've paid attention to any of our videos in the past, you know that CalDigit makes some of the best Thunderbolt 3 cables out there. They have many others, so even though this only comes with a 0.5 meter, about 1.5 foot cable, you can actually pick up many other lengths and sizes from CalDigit. So if this isn't going to cut it, they definitely have other options for you. If you were familiar with the original TS3 dock, this is going to look pretty familiar. It's got that same all aluminum body. It works both vertically as well as horizontally, has some ports available on the front and the majority around back. New on the front of this one is the SD card reader, which you can see there on the left, which is UHS 2, so it's a lot faster than many of the others, and it also has a USB-C port right on the front. Around back there is a whole lot going on, including the USB-C Gen 2 port right around back, and much more. Comparing it to the previous generation, you'll notice it is a little bit slimmer, but it is a little bit taller, so overall it is pretty similar in size. But I do like the form factor just a little bit better. I like it just a little bit thinner than it was in the past. So taking a look at the ports, that's really what is most exciting here. You can see the difference between the old one on the top and the new Plus version on the bottom. Biggest one to point out is we lose those two eSATA ports, so those are no longer going to be with us, but not a ton of people use them. I was probably one of the few that still did. You can see we have the USB-C Gen 2, which is capable of 10 Gbps, which is pretty quick, twice as fast as the USB-C port and other USB ports on the device. We also have two more USB ports in general, which brings the total USB port to 7 ports on this guy just for USB. We also have optical audio out. Anyone who cares about audio is going to love the addition of digital audio. And it still delivers 85 watts of power, which is pretty awesome. So you can plug in that one cable, drive two 4K monitors, a bunch of hard drives, read from your SD card, and plug in devices pretty much everywhere, on the back and on the front of this guy. My only minor downside, I guess there's two. One, I would have preferred HDMI over DisplayPort, but that's not a huge deal. There's plenty of adapters and converting cables. And second of all, I would prefer more USB-C instead of USB-A. I've already converted most of my workflow to USB-C, so it's kind of annoying. I actually did dig out some USB-A cables to make this work. What is really handy is that if you plug something into the front of this, even if it's not connected to your computer, you can still get power, whether that's your Apple Watch, your phone, whatever it is you plug into the front of this. If your computer is disconnected, it'll still be able to charge. That's really handy and something that we don't see from a lot of other Thunderbolt 3 docks out there. Basically, they only work if they're plugged into your Mac. This new TS3 Plus is pretty much a beast. There are 15 ports on this guy, 7 USB digital audio. There's USB-C ports now. I love the addition of more USB-C that was not present really on the other one and any other Thunderbolt 3 docks out there. This is also one of the few that can charge both Windows and Mac devices through Thunderbolt 3. A lot of others may only be limited to the Mac. With the introduction of the TS3 Plus, we've also dropped the price on the original dock down to $199, which is the cheapest Thunderbolt 3 dock to offer quite a bit of ports and 85 watts of charging below $200. If you want to pick up the new TS3 Plus or the previous TS3, there's links down below in the description. Let me know what you think and which dock is your favorite down in the comments. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time, this is Andrew for IDB.